Will the Kansas City Royals be able to get a road win in an interleague game? We're about to find out. With Kruk and Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. Hi, everybody. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. And a supportive bunch, and what a bunch it is. 50,000 for this one. Starting will be Jeff Karstens. Steve, he gets going here against Kansas City. What do you think we're going to see from him?
Well, the offense is going to be important to support this good right-handed pitcher on the mound today. He's facing a great lineup. This team can put some runs up on the board. So if his club could score early, it could take some of the pressure off of him and allow him to get in the strike zone a little earlier in the game.
Now we'll see Ned Yost's offense. And our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, sometimes it takes a top prospect, a high draft pick, to get acclimated to the pro game. And Alex Gordon, to me, it took a little longer than what they thought. I think.
And it's Alex Gordon leading off the game.
For the Kansas City Royals, center fielder, number 17.
Change up, misses badly, 1-0.
The pitcher right there got lucky that that ball stayed down in the zone. If that's up just a little bit higher, that ball could have been a souvenir.
To left center. They take care of that one. And the Pirates in the field. Here's a look at their defense. Infield, outfield factors in this one, John?
Well, you always want to have guys who can fly running around in the outfield, and Jose Tabata has speed to burn. He can play multiple outfield positions. He's a good enough arm to play right field. He also has the speed to play center if need be. But that speed is the key asset that he has going for him. Takes away a lot of doubles with his legs.
Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
Another strong year for Billy Butler, who's one of the more consistent hitters in the league. Year in and year out, he finds a way to put up big numbers.
Swings, hits this one very high, deep to left center. It is long gone out of here. Goodbye, Kansas City's got one on the board. The first run of the ball game. You'll have to get that on the big fly ball and a 1-0 lead.
Well, Kansas City now getting out in front. The game plan is working. This is the offensive approach that they've been waiting for.
Ball! Screwball just misses. 1-0. Steve, they'd love to see their bats going here. You just love to get a big jump in a ball game.
Now, you have to wonder whether nerves are a factor here in the first inning and affecting the way these pitchers are going at it.
Sinker just off the block, and it's 2-1.
Wow, he had some good bite on that one right there, but the hitter wouldn't chase it.
And he swings and hits this one foul. Fastball got him 2 down.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
Right fielder up. Ball. First pitch fastball misses badly that time. 1-0. Low for a ball. 2-0. There's a sinker for a strike. 2-1.
Well, that's textbook use of the sinker. Down and away, pounding the strike zone. Good pitch.
There's contact. He drove it well. And he can't run it down. Can't cut it off. It's going to roll to the wall.
You know, most of the time a pitch on the outside part of the plate is a very good pitch, but not for this hitter. He loves to get those long arms extended, and he drove that one.
And Chen's in the box. 3 for 8 lifetime record against the Pirates. On the way. Sinker swung on, missed. 0-1. With that strike, Jeff Karstens is out in front now. 0-2.
At 0-2, you're in complete control right now, so I'm throwing him something out of the strike zone to see if I can get him to chase.
That's fouled back out of play behind home. And the sinker swung on and missed. Side retired. Well, some early production here. One run across to the...
Now batting for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And Everett Tiford is the pitcher. He'll be starting this one off for Kansas City. Steve, as he takes a look at this Pittsburgh lineup today, what do you think he's thinking?
Well, the scouting report against this lineup.
Here's one hit very well deep. That's one away. Got a chance now to see that lineup for the Pirates. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, we couldn't wait for Pedro Alvarez to get to the big leagues. That's all we heard about. This kid's going to be special. But what he's become so far is a streaky hitter that when he's good, he's really good. But when it goes bad, it goes really bad. Needs to find some consistency to be considered a very good major league player.
Their number 2 spot at the plate.
You know, it's surprising. The Royals were pretty good offensively on the road last year, but it did not translate into wins.
Swings and misses. The good change right there. 0-1. And the Royals, Steve, were an argument for those who say don't look at batting averages. They had the highest team batting average on the road in the American League, but John didn't translate.
Yeah, somehow that didn't translate at all to a lot of wins. They finished the season 19 games under 500 on the road.
Really nailed that one right through the middle of the infield. In time for the out. Now's a good time to take a moment to check out the Royals. Here's their defense.
I think the key defensively is to just not get too fancy. You don't have to make the razzle-dazzle plays. Get routine outs. Just don't allow them extra base runners or extra outs in the game.
This one's bounced up the middle. Number 39. Throws on to first. Side is retired. Only 5 pitches to get out.
For the Kansas City Royals.
And their number 6 hitter. He'll start us out here in the second. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
As he retreats back for it and gets the out. Number 7 man at the plate.
Well, one of the reasons the Pirates were much better in 2011, better starting pitching, and spearheading that, Jeff Carson's doing an exceptional job.
And that gets through for a base hit.
And
that's going to bring Alcides Escobar up. Karstan's certainly not the typical ace. I mean, it's tough. The team he plays for doesn't win a lot. He was a 500 pitcher, but he gave him a chance, Steve.
Well, he limits base runners, so he doesn't get himself in that many jams. And when he is in them, he knows how to get out of it. A 3.38 ERA in 2011. You know, you look back to 2011, we thought this is going to be the year. Special year for the Pirates. They were 7 games over 500 at the midway point. They thought, hey, first winning season since 1992, but it wasn't meant to be.
And Esmail Rogers is the pitcher. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. There are turning points in a year, Steve, and for the Pirates last year, it certainly looked like that long Atlanta game, July 26, tied first in the Central. They got a bad call that cost them a ball game, John, and the skid began.
Yeah, and the heartbreaker was the longest game in either team's history. The Pirates didn't recover. They lost 11 of their next 12, and their dream season went down in flames.
Got him there. That was a nice strikeout.
K-Cam registers 87 miles per hour with very little break.
And it's the number 9 spot. 2 outs and a man on first. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. Number 90. And they get the force at second that time. That'll do it. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. And we've got clouds overhead, lots of them. We're regulating our temperature. We've got a little cloud blanket. Bing is the batter now. He'll start the home half of the second. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. And he'll put that one away for out number 1.
Well, this ball was headed to the gap, but the left fielder got a good jump on it, able to run it down and make the play.
Their DH in the box.
A lot of heads were turned in 2010 when Pedro Alvarez was called up by the Pirates. Came in, made an immediate impact. A lot of hope for 2011. Didn't quite live up to him.
And he offers that to slurve and misses. 0-1. And the definition of the sophomore slump, well, you look at Pedro Alvarez, 191 batting average.
He had some injuries, and when he came back, he was sent down to the minors. Tried to get him to work on some things. Didn't matter what he tried. 2011 was a wasted year for Pedro Alvarez.
Good splitter that time, but it's called a ball 1-2.
Well, great eye right there from the hitter. Great discipline at the plate. Good location at that one, just missing outside. Couldn't get the hitter to swing at it.
Pedro Alvarez gonna let that one go by to even the count.
2-2 count. You still have a pitch you can waste, and you can make one of those borderline strikes and see if you can get him to chase it.
This one's grounded foul, wide of first. And here's the pitch. This ball is hammered deep right as he drops back for it and puts it away.
Well, they followed the scouting reports. They moved the outfielders back before the play, and they were in exactly the right position to be able to make the catch. Good coaching.
And the left fielder in. And he can't catch up with that one. 0-1.
Well, if you can ever read a slider coming out of a pitcher's hand, sometimes what happens is you're more focused on what the ball's going to do as far as the break goes than you are with timing the swing, and you hesitate for that split second, and it gets in on you, and you swing late. That's what happened here.
He sends this one in the air towards center. And Pittsburgh with their first hit. So that brings up Casey McGehee.
Statistics say that the 0-2 count by far is an advantage for the pitcher. But in this situation, he fought off a tough pitch and slapped a base hit.
Great job on that at bat. Up the middle it goes. Number 15. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. No runs on a base hit. They leave one man on at first. No production.
For the Kansas City Royals.
And it's Alex Gordon now. Last time up, blew up. And the first pitch. Fouled away. Oh! And that's another foul ball. Rogers sets and throws. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Gordon out.
Well, he climbs the ladder on him, Gary, and he just didn't have enough bat speed to catch up to that pitch.
Here's Billy Butler now at the plate. There's one down. Homered back in the first inning. First pitch to him. First pitch a slider outside. 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1.
He just plain old fooled him right there. He must have been looking for something else. Hit his spot perfectly with that changeup.
He takes a fastball for a strike. Now it's 1-2. One-two pitch coming. There's a swing and a drive. Deep right field. As he retreats back for it and gets the out.
This ball looked good coming off the bat. I thought it would carry a little bit further, but the right fielder able to keep a beat on it, roam back and put it away.
Here's the first pitch. And a big rip at that one and falls behind 0-1.
That's a huge swing right there. He was looking for a fastball, but just couldn't quite catch up to it. Great pitch.
Looks at a fastball in there, and it's quickly 0-2.
This is the go-to pitch for many pitchers in the major league. The fastball down and away. When in doubt, that's where you go.
Hit up the middle. Wow, that was close. Right back up the middle. Almost got him. And with two down, he's got a man on board.
Right fielder.
You see it coming up in the zone over the heart of the plate. Good piece of hitting, drives that ball.
Boy, if there's a pitch a pitcher wants back, there's one right there.
That's good pitch recognition, good two-strike approach.
And Chen's in the box. 7 ABs. He's picked up one hit off the Pirates. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike.
There's a reason they put the number 1 down when signaling for the fastball. It has to be your number 1 pitch, your best pitch. That's what he saw right there.
Swung and a ground ball to third. Throws to second. That'll be a force out and the third out. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. Number 8 spot in the lineup. He'll get us going here in the home half of the third. Here's the pitch. Can't get him to chase that one outside. Ball 1.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
And that's waved at and missed. 1-1.
For some reason on the 1-1 count, he really likes to be aggressive. I'd have to try to work off the corners a little bit and see if I can't get it off the center of his bat.
The dive, and he's up with it. Throws in time to first. What a play. He makes a terrific play and a fine throw.
Well, this should have been a base hit. The hitter thought the ball was going through, but a tremendous effort keeping it in the infield and getting the out.
In the box, their rookie second baseman. He swings, hits a ball to right field. 2 away.
For the Pittsburgh Pirates, center fielder, number 88.
Nate McLeod gets in to swing now with 2 away. He flew out his last time up. First pitch on the way. Glove is right there for a called strike.
Well, that's a great pitch. When you get it to break low in the zone like that with that kind of movement, awfully tough on the hitter.
Strike 2. And with 2 strikes on him now, McLeod needs to protect the strike zone. Taps this one foul to the right. Swung on and missed, and this game's history.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
And here we are at that moment where we're going to find an individual performance to recognize our player of the game.
Well, any starting pitcher will tell you that the last thing he wants to ever have to do is to turn the game over to the bullpen. They like to finish what they start.
Well, you win, whether it's 1 or 10. This was the slimmest of margins, though.
Well, this one had the makings right from the start of a close one, and you knew whoever got on the board had a legitimate chance to win it.
Thanks for being with us today. We hope you've enjoyed 2K Sports Major League Baseball. We wrap it up. I'm Gary Thorne with John Kruk, Steve Phillips, and our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you soon.